In Soviet paleontology, Turkey carve you, and it would do so with these. Welcome back to 30 Days of Dinovember, where we're going to be talking about 30 little-known dinosaurs with big stories. And today, the aptly named scythe lizard, Therizinosaurus. This dinosaur was discovered in the Namek Formation of what is now Mongolia back in 1948. Unfortunately, not much was found. But what was discovered was unlike anything anyone had ever seen before. Namely, these three partial, huge claws and some rib fragments. Enter Soviet paleontologist Yevgeny Malayev. He studied these fragmentary fossils and came to a fantastic conclusion. These were, of course, the remains of a giant freshwater turtle-like reptile, bigger than any turtle that had ever been found, that used its huge claws like sickles to reap the seaweed of its aquatic home. And this is why Therizinosaurus' full name is Therizinosaurus cheloniformes, which means the scythe lizard with a turtle-like shape. Needless to say, this was incredibly off base, but you don't need to take my word for it. I happen to be next-door neighbors with some relatives of Therizinosaurus that I was able to track down for comment. Let's see what they have to say.
Excuse me, ladies, excuse me. Do you have anything to say regarding Yevgeny Malayev's misrepresentation of your ancestor Therizinosaurus?
Alright, I'm not really sure how much of that we're gonna be able to keep, but I mean, hey, what can you expect? They're turkeys from Boston. So if it wasn't a turtle, what was this thing? It was actually hypothesized that these might be late-surviving prosauropods, like Plateosaurus here. These were the ancestors of the giant long-necked sauropods. But as the years went on, more fossils were discovered, which answered some questions and raised many more. Now, the fossil record of Therizinosaurus is not great, to say the least, as you can see here with Therizinosaurus itself and its relatives depicted, but we can tell some things about this enigmatic group of dinosaurs. Namely, they're theropods, and actually pretty closely related to things like Velociraptor and, well, birds. And also, they're herbivores. See how the pubis bone points backwards in the pelvis? That's an adaptation to allow for an expanded gut for digesting plants. Now, what would an herbivore need with giant horrifying claws like this? We kinda don't know. This is still an area of active debate in paleontology. But what I can tell you is Therizinosaurus wasn't the only one with giant claws in that ecosystem. Y'all remember Dinocyrus? It looks like a lot of you probably do. These two actually shared the same ecosystem, and I really doubt they were doing much giving thanks and more giving these hands.